Hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. My New Year's resolution this year is to create more and more garments, especially compared to how many I made in 2024. So, in order to start off this New Year's resolution of mine, I've decided to do an everything I made in 2024 video. Yay! Mostly I do crochet, but I did sew a singular item, so that is why I have to use the general term of everything I made, because I don't want to forget my one sewed item. So, without further ado, let's just get right into it. I'll be trying to go chronologically, but I kind of lose the plot halfway through because I don't remember the exact sequences, but it's okay. Let's do it. So the very first item I made this year that I know was the first item I made this year was this very basic cropped tank top, has a zigzag openish back. I made this for my dance team's cover of Maniac by Vivi's. We were going for a neutral browns type of theme for the outfits, and honestly, every time I went to the store to find something for this cover, I couldn't find anything, so I just decided to make a shirt. I made this like very close to the day of filming, so I honestly didn't do the best job on it. The one thing that I would have done differently is that I made the top too big. Like, it's supposed to have a gap in the back to where your back is like exposed, but I made it to where basically like all of this is the like circumference of my chest. So there's no, the tie like comes all the way connected. So there's no space in between, but it got the job done for the cover, and the cover came out great. So the next piece that I made is the sewed piece, and I know that this was the second one because it was for the dance cover we filmed after Maniac. This is the skirt I wore for our drama cover, Drama by Espa. I was Karina on the cover. So what we usually do, well, I guess we started it with Drama because at Maniac we didn't do this, but we have dress rehearsals before the filming day just because we noticed during Drama that like we were having a lot of outfit wardrobe malfunctions. And I think that the dress rehearsal is pretty important for us to like make sure we can dance in our outfits, one. And secondly, as our filmer has gotten more involved in the process of the dance covers with us, it's important for him to also just like get an idea of how he wants to approach the actual filming of the cover. So yeah, that's why we do dress rehearsals. But basically, I got to my dress rehearsal for Drama, and I had a different skirt that I was wearing that I bought from a different shop, and I felt like it was not serving as much as I wanted to for Karina from Espa. She is the person I was covering, and she's also like one of my ults, so like I never want to disrespect her or like bring her shame. So I wanted my outfit to serve to like the maximum capacity, and so I had this red fabric laying around in my house, so I decided to just freehand a like what's it called? A high-low skirt. That is basically what she was wearing. She was wearing a high-low skirt with a lot of like different frills on the side. So I tried to recreate it to my best of my abilities. I once again did this a few days before the filming. I finished it like the night before we were actually filming. So not the best work. One of the things I need to do is like double hem it. I just hemmed it once, and like some of it's coming up undone. So I want to go back and do that. I just want to like do a rework of this skirt in general because I really like the concept of it, and I think that like the pattern generally is good. I just think that like the construction of it isn't like the best because of the time constraints. So that might be a video in the future. But yeah, that is this. I still really like it, and I do want to wear it again at some point. I just haven't found like a particular instance to wear this. Like, where do you wear this to other than a Drama by Espa dance cover? So the next thing I made is probably the biggest by like mass thing that I made this year. This is a hexagon crochet shirt for my partner. So it is quite big. He is a bigger guy. He's like 6'1" and has a more muscular build too. So this was definitely a very like interesting project for me because I've never made clothes for anyone besides myself, and even then I've also like tinkered with the idea of making things for my mom, which she is a woman as well, and I've never made anything for a man before. So this was like a first for everything, and this was also my first time making this style of shirt too, which Spoilers, I went on to make a couple more of these this year for different people, but I feel like his was like the blueprint, which is a little sad because there's like some things that I would have done differently, but generally I think it came out really well. I was very like impressed by myself because I felt like it came out really freaking well, and he likes to wear it a lot, so, and he's gotten a lot of compliments from people on it too, which is great to hear. It has buttons too. He wanted these buttons specifically. He says that it reminds him of bread, so I love that for him. It has a collar. But yeah, I really enjoyed making this one, and I hope to make a lot more clothes for him and like more masculine clothes in general. I feel like the crochet space has a lot of like feminine clothing because I feel like it is kind of run mostly by like especially white femme people, but I think I would like for us to make more masculine pieces for the space as well, because I have a couple ideas of things I want to make for him that might be in future videos. We'll see. But yeah, for now, was his first thing that I made for him. Next on our list is this halter top. It is a like collared halter top. I made this originally to wear to the Artemis concert, Artemis being the like spin-off group of Luna, but I ended up not finishing the whole outfit. There was more to the outfit than just this shirt. Obviously, I need to wear pants. So there were specific pants that I was going to make to go with this, but I ended up not doing that and wore something completely different. So in the future, I do want to like come back to the idea of this outfit and finish it, which might be a future video. Who knows? But for now, we just have this. I've worn this by itself like several times. I think that it's super cute. I wore this on one of my tropical vacations last year. It's like a very tropical shirt. It's like pretty open in the back because it's literally just this neck and the tie that cover your back, so your back is like completely exposed, which is super cute. Sometimes it feels a little bit more on like the exposed side, but also I've mentioned this a couple times on the channel, but I do live in like a pretty tropical place, all things considered, so wearing tank tops and stuff throughout the year is pretty typical. And also I live in a very like opposite of conservative type of place, as in like a lot of people don't cover their skin that much in general regardless of the weather, so I feel pretty at home wearing this, but like in other places I probably wouldn't wear it. Like if I didn't live where I live, I wouldn't wear this very often outside. The next thing we have, which is another thing that's like not fully finished, but you know, I have a lot of whips that I did not finish this year, and it's not like, oh, I started it like 2 weeks ago and didn't finish it. No, these are things I started months ago and didn't finish, which is a little embarrassing, but I will definitely finish it for next year, and you will see it then. But this is something that is like 99% complete. The rest of those things are like at 60, 70%, but this is like 99% complete. All I need to do is weave in the ends, which is a task in itself, but whatever. Anyways, so I have these granny squares. Originally, I was going to make a top out of them, like a halter type of top where it like connects something along the lines of this, and then you tie it. But I made them, and I thought I was cooking when I chose the purple and the yellow color scheme, because purple and yellow are like opposites on the color wheel, so they go together. And like, don't get me wrong, I think the colors do go together. Like the concept of purple and yellow go together. There's something about this shade of yellow that does not do it for me. And I'm so sad because I have a whole ball of this yellow. It just doesn't do it for me. I can't with this yellow. So instead of like completely trashing these, I decided I'm going to make them into coasters. So all I need to do is weave in the ends and put them on the table. And that's it for these. And I made 7 of them too. I was so close to finishing the shirt. But I was like, I'm literally never going to wear the shirt because it's so ugly. So I'm not even going to bother. I'm going to cut my losses and make them into coasters. So that is what we will do. The next item we have, which is the only accessory on the list, which is kind of funny because, again, I have a lot of whips, and in those whips I have accessories, but whatever. I made this drawstring bag. This was like a proof of concept because my partner and I were talking. He's like an artist, so he draws a lot of different things, specifically like a lot of OCs and a lot of like original character designs. And so in one of our talks, I was like, you should give the character a drawstring bag. And he was like, I don't understand what you mean. So I made it to explain what I meant by drawstring bag. This is what I meant. Will I ever use this practically? I don't know. I don't really know what I would do with this. but I think it's kind of cute. I just have it as like a decoration on the table. Sometimes when I go places, I'll put my like crocheting supplies in here, but at the same time, it's like, it's such an odd like size. Like if it was smaller, it could be like a coin purse. If it was bigger, it could be like a purse. Well, I guess actually it still could be a purse. So the next item we have is this 2-piece set. I'll start with the skirt. I followed a specific tutorial for this, but at the same time, I was trying to like modify it in my own way because I was trying to make a specific design, and it didn't go well. So then I frogged that and then went back to the pattern. So it's a little different than the pattern on the video, but I'm still gonna link it anyways. So it's a skirt and it has a slit here, and you can tie this around your around your leg. I feel like these ties are not very practical in that they always fall down on my leg, and so I don't know if I'm just tying it correctly, but like that was this skirt. I feel like lukewarm about it. I kind of feel like if the way I was doing it originally didn't work out, I should have just frogged everything and done it the way the video was showing me, but you know, you live and you learn. So that is this. I've also like haven't worn it yet outside, so I'm hoping that I'm going on like a tropical vacation soon and I'll be able to wear it then. The other thing is the shirt, which I'm actually like significantly more pleased with than the skirt. This was like, took a lot of iterations because I freehanded this based off of something I saw on Pinterest, but I feel, okay, so let me explain it. So it is a tube top where you can wear it both ways. This is the front way. You can have the ties in the front, or you can have the ties in the back with just like a plain front. So during the iterations, I felt like it was really hard to find that sweet spot between like not showing too much, but also like not being overlapping, just like how I was talking about with the Maniac shirt, where it's just like the ties don't do anything because the shirt is like exactly to your size. So that was something I struggled with this, but for some reason, like on my third iteration, I was like, if I don't get it this time, I'm giving up on this concept, but I got it. So that was really cool. My one thing about this is that even though I followed what the the yarn said to use for the hook size, but I feel like these stitches are still like kind of big. So I think if I were to do it again, I would either use a smaller hook size for that yarn, or I just use different yarn, because I feel like some of the other shirts I've made also have the half double crochet, but they don't have as much space as this one does. So yeah, that is my 2-piece set that hopefully you'll see me wearing on my tropical vacation. The next item we have for today is another crocheted hexagon cardigan shirt thing. This one is mine. I made my boyfriend's and then I was like, I need one. Except mine's gonna be cooler because I'm gonna have a blue stripe on mine. But mine is a little different because his has a collar and also buttons, whereas mine doesn't have a collar nor buttons. It's just kind of like a pullover thing that you wear open at all times. I really like this. This is probably the most practical thing I've made in that I wear this the most. It's very versatile. I feel like it works with most of my outfits, and like it's neutral with a pop of color, and the pop of color in question is my favorite color, which is blue, so that works out really nicely. I will add here that I made another one of these, but I gave it to my mother. It was for her. Hers is more comparable to my partner's in that it is a collared with buttons, and also mine is cropped. Both of theirs are not cropped. I extended the bottom part. So yeah, I got really into making these this year apparently. And there might be more on the way because people really like this and they want me to make them one, and we'll see if I get around to doing such a thing. The next item we have is this little pouch. I originally was going to put a button here, but I haven't done so I guess this isn't complete either, and most of my things I guess are not complete. But this is a little pouch. We were going to put our playing cards in here, but we've recently just been using it to hold like the filming equipment we take to like our dance team filming practices. I actually made this in my Q3 manga reading log video, so you should check that out if you want to see the process of doing this, and also watch me yap about Kami-sama Kiss. You get everything for the price of one. It's pretty epic, so I'll link that video. Of course I will. Now we're on to my magnum opus. This was the project that took the most time, energy, emotional turmoil, all of those things. This is my patchwork cardigan. It is all the shades of brown. I spent a lot of time on this. I wore this in Japan. It is like one of my prized possessions at this point. I really hope to wear it more often throughout the winter season. It's not really that cold yet here. Hopefully we can get down to cold enough to where I can wear this. But boom, I love it so much. The one thing is that I guess whatever. I didn't block it. Blah 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 blah. I didn't block it, okay? So whatever. So when I washed it, turns out that the darkest brown, the color leaked. So it leaked onto the white on a lot of spots, and like that made me so sad. I haven't tried to like remedy it at all. The washing was recent enough to where I think that I could do something to fix it if I try. I just like haven't had the heart to do it because I'm like, it made me so sad. It truly made me so sad. But I still think like generally people don't look that hard, hopefully. When I'm wearing it practically and like moving around, you're not gonna see it that much. So like even though she's a little hurt, damaged, I still love her all the same. And I'm hoping that I don't know if it'll be this year because it's honestly a lot of work, but I want to make another one for my partner, so a more masculine cut and like bigger. So that is something that I'm looking forward to doing maybe this year, probably by the end of this year, if not like this year as in 2025. If not, then next year, 2026, I will look into starting that because I know that's going to be a task and a half. The final thing I made, which this might come off as a bit anticlimactic because it's so small compared to the last thing, but I made these flower, you can use it for many things. I made these strings very long so that you could wear it as a bracelet, you could wear it as a choker, you could use it as a bookmark, you could do so many things with it. But the point is, I made these as like a friendship bracelet type of like gesture for my dance team. We are full bloom, so this is like the color of our logo, and also a lot of our motifs for the team are flowers, so it's only fitting that I made these. I have 2 of them here with me. I gave the rest of them to my dance team, obviously, but one's for me and one's for my partner. He's like an honorary member of our dance team because he helps us out with a lot of stuff, and I'm forever grateful to him for that. But yeah, I think they're super cute. One of my friends said that she's gonna like use it as like a to hang above her bed as a decoration in that way, which I think is cool. Can I put this on my head? Yeah, you could wear it as a headband. But yeah, I really wanted to have like a friendship bracelet type of gesture for me and the dance team because even though we do the dance team stuff, we are also like actual personal friends, and I think that that's something that's lost. Well, I'm not going to say it's lost on a lot of dance teams because, you know, I'm not on those dance teams, but sometimes I feel like it gets really serious, man. These people take it so seriously. Like, can we just have fun? And that's what we do. We have fun. That's what the F in full bloom stands for, is fun. That is the end of my everything I made in 2024 video. I feel like compared to a lot of people on YouTube, my list is not nearly as extensive as some people's, but I'm hoping to change that in 2025. I feel like, you know, as you move on through this hobby, like you become more efficient when it comes to making things. Also, like not constantly having to frog things because you did it wrong and stuff like that will definitely like improve the efficiency. And then also I want to do more sewing projects. I'm pretty beginner when it comes to sewing, so I would like to expand on that. And then knitting is something I want to explore as well. I'm like a 0 at knitting. I've literally never done it in my life. Well, I tried once. It made me extremely frustrated because all of the tutorials and everything I could find at that time, this was like 10 years ago at this point, all of the materials I found were all for right-handed people, and I'm left-handed, and there was nobody in my life to teach me left-handed, so I never did it. But hopefully this year's all about patience. So even if I don't get it right on the first try, I'm going to keep trying and be patient with myself. So let me know what your New Year's resolutions are. If you've made anything this year, what was your favorite thing you made this year? If you have a favorite thing of the things I made this year, let me know everything in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to see more of me and my fashion career on YouTube. I want to expand my design portfolio. Yes. So, thank you for watching.